Hey guys, it's Charlie. It is January the 11th, Monday, and I keep running over in this video. I haven't made a video for 3 or 4 days, so I've tried to make this one, and I can't get it under 12 minutes, so I'm going to do two videos. The first one is just kind of an update on what's going on. First of all, I want to talk about distractions because we are being lambasted with them once again, which is nothing new. You know, at the beginning of the crisis, if we mark the 2008 market collapse as the beginning of the where everybody was aware of the crisis that we are facing now, until now, it's been one distraction after another. You know, and as of late, we've been inundated with, you know, everything from Tiger Woods is his affair, his lifestyle, to Simon is no longer going to be on American Idol. So the country's freaking out about all the important things, and while they do that, the government is busy taking your freedom, destroying your liberty, and shredding the Constitution. You know, the latest distraction now is the poster boy of the left, Harry Reid, is involved in a bogus scandal about comments he made over a year ago about then Senator Obama and his skin color and the way he speaks so eloquently. And I'm not even going to, you know what, I'm not even going to go into it anymore than that because it's a sham. And I don't care. It's nothing more than some fluff to fill the airwaves for a few more days so they can keep reconciliation a high priority, top secret event. Even though we're promised C-SPAN, even though we're promised transparency, nothing could be further from the truth. You know, it's all, hey, we'll distract the audience with gimmicks and shams while we go ahead, get with special interest, and you know, screw the American people behind their back, and they'll love us for it. I don't claim to understand the rationale behind what they do, other than you know, it's a winning formula that they've been using for a long time, so why stop now? Okay, another thing that's going on right now is we are smack dab in the middle of earnings and bonuses for these too big to fails. And if you've been asking yourself, you know, why have these companies been paying back all this TARP money? Well, it's simple, because they're greedy. That's why. You know, they claim that they're healthy again. They claim that you know, the bailouts have saved them, and now they can pay the money back. But the real reason is because they're greedy. They want their bonuses. You know, and I'm going to use Goldman Sachs for an example on this. A 141-year-old institution, Goldman Sachs, and they're going to give out bonuses this quarter or this year that equal the most they've ever given out. It's absolutely almost impossible to say. It's hard for me to even to let that out of my mouth, because the rest of the country can be starving. You know, we're going to lose 4 million homes next year to foreclosure. We're going to lose who knows how many millions of jobs next year. And Goldman Sachs is receiving $595,000 on average per employee. How is this possible? How are we not taking to the streets? Well, we're distracted. That's why. We're distracted by bowl games. We're distracted by politicians. We're distracted by the freak show media, who are just entertaining the masses. You know, like I said in previous videos, there's people in your life, certainly in mine, who don't even think that I'm telling the truth when I say you're going to be forced to buy insurance. It isn't a public option. It isn't a government run. The government's going to force you, at penalty of law, to buy insurance. They don't believe it. They think I'm making it up. Because they're distracted. Because they're meant to be distracted. Because they're dumbed down. They don't care. They bury their head in the sand. So you end up with what you end up with, which is this, a mess. And you end up with me writing a sign on the board that says, failure truly is the only option we have left. I mean, what else could happen? What could come out of this? What leader do we have in the wings that's going to change this system? There isn't one. It is completely, utterly, totally corrupt. Yeah, you might be able to pick out a few guys here on the left or a few guys here on the right who say what you want to hear, and who you believe truly want sound money like Ron Paul, or want complete transparency in the Federal Reserve like Alan Grayson. But they're corrupted by the system, just like everybody else. They're corrupted by the fact that their best intentions can't come to pass because they have to work inside that system. And the system is 100% broken. It's bought, it's paid for by special interests, be it Wall Street, be it big pharma, be it big insurance, be it big oil. They're the represented masses. You and I are the consumer debt slaves. End of story. These bonuses are coming out in the midst of green shoot data that we get. Nothing could be further from the truth. I will attach another article with this video that compares the Great Depression to this Greater Depression. And it gives you some true numbers. First of all, credit contraction still continues. Since November 25th, credit has contracted from $10.8 trillion to $9 trillion, the largest contraction in the history of the country. Manufacturing is sitting at 67.2% of capacity. The index that gauges the intent to buy a new automobile, both of those two indicators, 67.2% and the intent to buy a new automobile, have hit the rock bottom lowest that they've ever been. And if that's not enough, the government has spent trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars in bailouts, in stimulus, in gimmick this, in gimmick that, and what have they created? A 2.2% growth in GDP in the third quarter. 2.2% after 2 months of revision. The average recession since World War II, the first quarter coming out of it, has averaged 7.3%. With all these trillions of dollars being spent, the best we can come up with, and I'm sure you've seen the Recovery Act signs all over your highways, the best we can do with just printing, borrowing, and throwing cash, all these trillions of dollars that we wouldn't be in debt to anybody for right now if we'd have just let the too big to fail and started the system anew with sound money, with ethics, with true transparency, and with a true representative republic. If we'd have just let it collapse when it needed to collapse, we wouldn't be these extra 20, 30, 40 trillion dollars in debt and the potential for hundreds of trillions of more in debt if these criminals get their agenda passed. But we didn't. We were hoodwinked. We were hijacked. And now as a result of it, we are going to be even feeling more pain and more suffering on Main Street while the Wall Street banksters receive the largest bonuses in the history of their organizations. And if that's not bad enough, there's companies like JP Morgan, all right? They make money on the misery because they get to issue the debit cards for food stamps. The 37 million people that get these cards on the 3rd of the month every month, JP Morgan makes a percentage, they make a profit on issuing those cards. We're living in an absolute, totally corrupt system. And that's why I put that on the board. Failure is the only thing that's going to bring us out of this. And there's no promise that can be kept that does not involve severe pain, severe suffering, and severe correction in our system. At any rate, I'm going to do another video, try to answer some questions and comments I had. So please check that one out too. It'll follow this one. But for now, that's all I got.